Opening with the king's pawn controls the center and opens up the light-squared bishop and queen, often leading to sharp games. The Sicilian defense controls the d4 square with c-pawn. Nf3 develops the knight toward the center to prepare for a d4 pawn push, where the knight will recapture if black captures on d4. Nc6 helps control both the d4 square and the e5 square. d4 offers to trade a center pawn for the c5 pawn in exchange for more control of the center and quick development. Cx d4 gives black 2 central pawns versus 1 central pawn for white. Nx d4 recaptures the pawn and activates the knight in return for having 1 central pawn versus black's 2 central pawns. Nf6 develops the knight toward the center and attacks the undefended e4 pawn. Nc3 defends the e4 pawn and puts more pressure on the d5 square. e5 takes space in the center and immediately attacks the knight on d4. Ndb5 gets the knight away from danger, and threatens the strong Nd6+. d6 stops the threat of Nd6+, supports the e5 pawn, and allows the light-squared bishop to develop. Bg5 pins the knight on f6 and threatens Nc3 d5. A6 kicks the knight off of the active b5 square. Na3 retreats the attacked knight. It will look for a new square on c2 after white plays c2 c3 or c2 c4. b5 gains space on the queen side and threatens to fork the knights with b5 b4. Nd5 places the knight on a center square and attacks the pinned f6 knight. b7 develops the bishop and prepares castling. Bx f6 captures the knight, attacks the bishop and increases white's control over the d5 square. Bx f6 captures the bishop without doubling the f-pawns and opens up the e7 square for black to use. c3 controls the d4 square and opens up the c2 square for the knight on a3. Castling gets the king out of the center and activates the rook. Nc2 reroutes the knight back toward the center, most likely to the e3 square. Bg5 takes control of the c1h6 diagonal, and allows black to trade off the dark-squared bishop if white places a knight on e3. a4 takes space on the queen side and attacks the b5 pawn. This maintains the balance in material with a good trade. Takes back. This develops a bishop off its starting square, getting it into the action. This activates a rook by developing it off of its starting square. This moves the pawn to safety. Castling gets the king to a safer square, out of the center of the board, while also developing a rook. Castling to the same side of the board as the opponent avoids some of the attacking associated with opposite side castling. After all captures, this is an equal trade. Takes back. This mobilizes the knight, allowing it to control more of the board. Master games. It is the last book move. This ignores an opportunity to develop a queen off its starting square. It is an inaccuracy. This is not the best. It is an inaccuracy. This leads to losing a pawn. This threatens to double the pawns in front of the king. It is an inaccuracy. This is the way to win a pawn. This stops the opponent from being able to double the pawns in front of the king. It is best. Recaptures. It is best. Right on target. It is best. Recaptures. It is excellent. This makes a passed pawn, meaning no opposing pawn can challenge it on its way to promotion. It is best. This forks pieces by creating a simultaneous attack. It is best. This places a rook on the 7th rank, activating the rook and restricting the opponent's king. This threatens to activate a rook by getting it to the 7th rank. It is best. That knight was free for the taking. It is best. This develops a queen off its starting square, getting it into the action. This is the only good move. This threatens to play checkmate. It is a great move. That was a truly amazing move. This is the only move that works. This prevents the opponent from being able to play checkmate. It is brilliant. Capturing that knight wins material. It is best. Recaptures. This threatens to play checkmate. It is good. This doubles the rooks onto a single file, which allows them to team up to create threats. It is good. Balanced, neither player ever had an advantage. That game was pretty competitive. Both players had an amazing opening. That was an incredible middle game by both players.